The Primetime Emmy Awards were unable to capitalize on its historic and diverse nomination fields, with all major acting trophies going to white actors. That's the first line in a new article that just came out hours after the Emmys. The author is a longtime TV and film critic who is our next guest. We welcome Clayton Davis. He is Variety's Film Awards editor and host of the new weekly series, The Take. Thank you for joining us, Clayton. We have a lot to get to, so let's get right to it. First up, how much of a step backwards on diversity do you think the Emmys took last night?
I mean, that's just the norm in our industry. It's one step forward, two steps back. The Emmys had an historic year for nominations. 49 non-Anglo creatives were nominated across the acting and reality categories. And yesterday, we had 0 acting winners go to people of color. And it was widely expected that, people like Jason Sudeikis, Jean Smart, Hannah Waddingham were going to walk away with those awards. We knew that The Crown was going to do very well. But with, 44% of the field going to people of color, we thought at least, 1, 2, 3 there, and it ended up being with 0. It was less people of color winning this year than last year, which had 4. So that's just kind of the new norm. The new norm. It is the norm in Hollywood.
But after the hashtag, Oscars so white, now Emmy so white has been out there, you would think they would have done this differently. So what was the problem with so many nominations? How could they not have any winners? And did you think it was just, oh, we just checked the box, at least they were nominated, we did our part?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is yes. Some of it is just short-sightedness because the same show won multiple awards. Ted Lasso, The Crown, The Queen's Gambit dominated all the series categories. So they just kind of went down the line on their ballots. And when it comes to nominations, the Emmys have said to themselves, if we expand the field and we make more slots available, they'll get more people of color nominated. Yes, to an extent, yes, that's true. But the voting method, the way people watch and consume television, we also pretty much saw maybe the end of cable and broadcast television go down yesterday because only Saturday Night Live was the only show that won any awards that's on TV. Streamers are now here dominating the award space. But when it comes to the people of color, there were some things worth celebrating. Michaela Cole became the first Black woman to ever win limited series writing, which is historic for a show I May Destroy You. And she was in the hunt for lead actress, along with Kate Winslet, who ended up winning, and Anya Taylor-Joy, who's Latina, who couldn't win her race either, despite winning Golden Globe, SAG, and Critics' Choice Awards.
Wow, you're exactly right. I mean, especially during quarantine times, we spent so much of our time watching those streaming shows. What would you say were the biggest disappointments and surprises to you?
As a colleague texted me in the middle of the show, this is now the second award show in a row where a recently departed Black creative gets passed over for a British person who wasn't even there at the show. And I'm referring to Michael K. Williams losing supporting actor drama to Tobias Menzies for The Crown. Michael K. Williams, who recently passed on September 6th, was widely expected to win his award for Lovecraft Country, which would have been it was way overdue. And he lost that prize to Tobias Menzies for The Crown. He won't ever get another shot to award him again. 5 nominations across his entire career. And he would have been the first Black man to ever win that category. So this is, 73 years. And I've heard a lot in this space from a lot of, quote unquote allies who say, we're losing jobs to diversity because people want to check off a box. Actually, nope, that's not it. People are paying lip service and talking about diversity, but what they're doing is they're doing a press release, they're doing a checkbox, and that's it. That's where the story ends. They're not doing the actual work to make sure that people are working consistently. And just because you have a nomination field that's diverse doesn't mean that Hollywood is diverse yet.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, just being nominated is not enough. We deserve to bring home those awards too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to add, people are saying that, we want awards because we're Black or Latino or Asian. No, that's not it. We want the same shot at at the field. And yes, this didn't go the way we hoped, but Billy Porter and MJ Rodriguez were heavily favored to win lead actor and lead actress in a drama series. MJ Rodriguez would have been the first trans actress and Afro-Latina to ever win lead actress. She loses out to Olivia Colman. Olivia Colman, her co-star Emma Corrin, is openly non-binary. This is also a hit to the LGBTQ community. It doesn't just affect people of color. It's all the underrepresented groups. Billy Porter, if he won lead actor, he would have been the second Black actor to win lead actor twice. The first one, Bill Cosby. Like people don't get their flowers very often, and if they get it once, they kind of move on. Where people are getting multiple awards. I mean, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, bless her heart, I love her and I love Veep. She won 6 seasons in a row.
Right.
So Tracee Ellis Ross still hasn't won an Emmy yet. Anthony Anderson is the most nominated Black man in lead actor comedy history. Still doesn't have an Emmy yet.
A lot of missed opportunities, but let's talk about some people who did take home awards. RuPaul and Debbie Allen.
RuPaul made history yesterday with 11 trophies in total. Now the most celebrated Black person in Emmy history. It was a great moment to see. Well deserved. I mean, listen, RuPaul's Drag Race just isn't losing anytime soon. Debbie Allen getting the Governor's Award was incredible. What add to that, she also won at the Creative Arts Emmys last weekend, where she won as a producer and director of Dolly Parton's Christmas in the Square. Got Dolly Parton her first Emmy along with her, and she won 2 awards last week. So this comes decades after winning it for choreography. I wanted her to break out into fame, and she didn't do that. That was the only disappointing.
Yeah, certainly legendary, and she gave such a powerful speech. I think we have a clip of that speech. Let's take a listen, if we have it.
It is time for you to claim your power, claim your voice, say your song, tell your stories. It will make us a better place. Your turn.
I want to stand up. I'm ready to claim it. Let's claim it. I mean, yeah, she received a standing ovation for that. And what are your thoughts?
I mean, look, that's true. We have to claim our voice. We have to take ownership of our own artistry, because Hollywood isn't doing it for us. So people are creating their own lanes. The Emmys have a lot of opportunities here. We still have not had a Black woman win directing in the drama categories. We did have 2 women, by the way, win both directing and drama. I'm sorry, directing for drama and comedy yesterday, which was the first time that happened in Emmy history, that 2 women won the same year. So yes, we do need to take ownership of what we're creating, and then Hollywood eventually, if we keep yelling loud enough, will listen, watch, and provide those opportunities for more in the future.
Well, before we let you go, we got to ask you about Cedric the Entertainer. He hosted last night. We got to ask you, how do you think he did?
I mean, when he was there, it was great because that he was very present. Maybe the first third of it, and then I think as the Emmy So White hashtag started growing a little bit throughout the night, he did it. I didn't see him as much, but yeah, I thought it was very funny. A lot of his bits with Tashina Arnold were quite amusing, and I thought his opening monologue was strong. Being the host of these award shows is a hard gig, especially since the ratings continue to plummet in these recent years, and award shows need to do some reflection about how can we get people watching again, and how can we make people care and not think it's just about giving ourselves pats on the back. This is more than that.
Yeah, he had a few good one-liners, but they can certainly get more Black and brown people to watch by letting us walk home with some awards that we deserve. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
All right, Clayton Davis, Variety's Film Awards editor and host of the new weekly series, The Take. Thank you so much for starting your day with us.